Central banks around the world are now engaging in the next easing cycle. This is extremely important for everybody to listen to, and I'll explain why. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. In today's video, I'm going to show you what has happened here with the Federal Reserve, along with other central banks, the actions that they are taking right now, timed perfectly, all coordinated around the world. This is going to mean more inflation for you, but not necessarily inflation where you want it. It's where you don't want it. And that's what we will discuss right here. First things first, the Federal Reserve. They came out, they had a meeting, they said, we are going to cut interest rates. Not only did they cut interest rates, what you would call like a normal amount, 25 basis points, 0.25%. No. They went for the so-called jumbo, which is 50 basis points or 0.5%. The thought here is that they were behind. Now they are sort of catching up. That's what they're trying to tell everybody. But then Powell came out there and made the market wet itself. Powell indicates further smaller rate cuts, insists the Fed is not on any preset course. Uh-oh. The markets were thinking it was going to be 50, 50, 50, all the way down to zero in no time. But now Jerome Powell has decided to rein in on that party. We are not on any preset course. We shouldn't be interpreted as a sign of future moves will be as aggressive. There's the quote, looking forward, if the economy evolves broadly as expected, policy will move over time toward a more neutral stance. But we are not on any preset course. The risks are two-sided, and we will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting. You've heard this before. Yeah, we are data dependent. All of these things. There's nothing new in that. However, what we need to understand is this is all going on globally. And if you stick with me for just a couple more minutes, I'm going to show you People's Bank of China. I'm going to show you what they are doing on a global scale to make this all possible. You could see here, this is not a committee that feels it's in a hurry to cut rates quickly. And of course, we need to look at what economists say, because they're always wrong. Okay, I always read the quotes from the different economists because it's very funny. The bull market has survived the year's historically weakest quarter. It is likely to remain intact through at least the end of the year as earnings remain strong, interest rates are moving lower, and consumers are still spending. That's a fact. Some have suggested they are going to spend less than before, but they're still spending. You go to the restaurants, some have seen weakness and others are doing well. So it's not necessarily broadly everybody's getting laid off. If we look at the tech industry, they were laying a lot of people off, but guess what? That has reversed, and many of them have actually started to hire people, thousands of people, in fact, because of AI, because of all that. This right now comes at a time in which once we get to Halloween, usually after Halloween to the end of the year is positive. That's typically what happens. But of course, anything could occur. But historically, when you look at from that point up until the Santa Claus rally and so on, that period of time is usually positive. And we're almost there, right? A few more weeks away. So look at what's happening, though. We're really, the whole stock market is riding on AI. However, AI can only do about 5% of jobs, says MIT economist who fears a crash. And he's saying, look, I'm not a pessimist. I like AI. I think AI is going to do some cool stuff. But he's just saying, let's be honest, it's 5% of jobs. Don't you think that we've put too much into this expecting productivity? Remember this word. I've been saying this forever because why? When I was in the financial companies, I would hear this word all the time, productivity. That was when we needed to fire people. Okay, so I'm telling you that as somebody who knows what they're saying, a lot of money is going to get wasted. You are not going to get an economic revolution out of that 5%. So what does this mean? Yes, the AI will advance, and we're going to be using AI tools. We're going to be using certain AI technology to enhance what we are doing, but it's only going to replace certain things. It's not just going to be like, the companies are gone, humans are there, and suddenly, everything is artificial intelligence in a short period of time. We're basing these stocks, the prices of these stocks and technology companies in general, that, I'm going to be able to just lie in bed all day like the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis and this is going to be, everything's going to be done for me. Not the case, right? Well, what does that mean? Does that mean stocks will crash? Well, understand something. It isn't about the companies and what they do, what they sell, the products they have, the services, all that. No, no, no. It's not that. What it is liquidity. How much cash is out there, or how much cash is being taken away? Global net liquidity is exploding. This means unprecedented monetary destruction, economic secular stagnation, and risky assets expansion. What I'm showing you here is just one measurement of liquidity. This is global net liquidity. This chart and the next couple I will show you are actually from the Finance Friday Live. I copied it directly from there just to give you a little look at some of the things that I show inside of the Finance Friday Live. This is important, but it's not just them. Here's another one. The PBOC, People's Bank of China, the Central Bank of China, also doing their own actions. It's all listed in here. We went through all of these all of these in detail, and they're doing many different actions to restart. It is a global phenomena right now, and you can see the M2 money supply approaches new highs as financial assets reach record levels. The amount of cash being pushed into the system is continuing to go higher, and stocks can go higher as a result. There's, of course, things that are in balance here. They have to be in balance, or else you have a problem. You do have a problem. Things can get out of whack for periods of time, but they usually, it's like an elastic band. It comes back and it snaps you in the face. This is showing us the stock market as represented by the green line, and then the US reserve balances with Federal Reserve banks, and that has been going down. By the way, Finance Friday, I forgot to cover this chart, but this is it. And you could see it going down. This is not a good trend for the stock market because these usually are moving in sync with each other, and now they are not. This is actually a bearish signal in this case here. But overall, you got to look at all the different measurements of liquidity and just understand something. Look at the money market funds. Look how much money is being poured into them. People are keeping cash in money market. They're earning likely a decent amount in these, maybe 4% or whatever it is, instead of putting their money in stocks. Okay, there are like this huge pile of this stuff sitting around, and they're saying, I want to be like Warren Buffett. I want to have less invested in these stocks. I'm a little overweight. Let me keep it in cash. Doesn't that tell you something? It's odd. It's unusual. These circumstances will be unveiled as time goes on, and I wanted to show that to you. Now, just like I did last week, we have the giveaway again. One of the members sponsored somebody to be in every week. So we're going to have a new person every single week in the Money GPS Finance Friday. We're doing a giveaway. That person sponsored it. I want to thank that person for doing so. The last week, though, we did this, and that person unfortunately didn't receive my emails. Just make sure that you can receive the emails, that you're using a legit email. I don't ask, I don't spam. There's no spam, none of that garbage. The only thing I need is an email that's in there, and that is basically something that I'll use to then email you. Okay, so when the winner is declared, this system here, King Sumo, declares the winner, then I can message you. Make sure you're available as you're watching this now, this Friday coming up. That's when the Finance Friday will be there. The details are inside there. There's a link at the top of the description for you to get in for free. Okay? I want to see you there. Me, Janet, and the rest of the people, please come on in. You might be asking, what about me? Okay, all that money printing stuff, but what about me? Well, we are going to take a look. Bank of America customers shocked by zero balances and online account glitch. Yeah, sure. Bank of America says widespread outage is nearly fixed. How many times has this happened before? Oh, it's just a glitch. Or what about the times in which they said, capital controls in Greece and other places where they would say, we have a problem right now. We can't let you get your money, or we can let you get this much. It's still yours. It's still yours. But just this much. Right. Seeking to cut food waste, California bans sell-by labeling on products. Now, look, they have expiry dates on salt. Like, okay, I understand that's ridiculous. But what's happening here overall, forget about this instance. Overall, is that we have to get used to lowered living standards, and the globalist elite get more and more of everything. Why? It's because of what I talked about at the beginning. My videos always come full circle. The central banks devalue the currency, and then they offer the solution. We're going to print more money. We're going to do this action, that action. And what happens here is that we create a bigger divide in between the very, very few at the top and everybody else. Okay. And we could point fingers to one person or another. It's not how it works. It's a system. It's a system. 3 New York City's worth of power. AI is stressing the grid. This is an issue along with this, which is talking about the, what's happening with nuclear. It's growing. They're expanding. They're going to turn on more nuclear. They're going to expand it. All of the tech companies are getting into nuclear. What you have to know, there's the economic aspect, which we got into detail on Finance Friday. But what I think, and the concern here, is what if it starts using so much power, the grid is already being stressed, that we don't have affordable energy, a reasonable energy. That could be the case in the near future because of AI, which is, is it benefiting everybody, or what's even happening right now? Okay, it's just kind of like, it's a little bit of a toy right now. And we're going to stress the grid over that. This could impact you as an individual. We need to be more prepared. We need to do everything that we can. Okay, and really take advantage of the situation right now as we see it. We don't want to wait, oh, it's too late now. Okay, now I need to get prepared. No, don't do that. First things first, take Compass. Compass is free. I made it free for everybody. It's like 20 videos or something. Each of them is like a minute long, 20 minutes in total, basically. You watch that, you have a great base of financial education. That I made super shareable on purpose. There's no links to my my YouTube, Twitter, nothing like that. Because I thought people, they won't share it if they start seeing the stuff about the Fed, they start seeing the stuff about the Rothschilds. No, none of that. I just literally made it pure financial education. So it's themoneygps.com/compass. Okay, I haven't checked the stats, but well over 1,000 people had been through it already, probably 2,000 by now. That's what I want to teach you, okay? The basic financial things. And then from there, you decide, okay, this is what I need to learn. That's what I need to learn. And you could help other people do the same thing. Not talking about the Fed, not talking about the deep stuff. No. Let's start at the surface level. And then we can go a layer. You got to go layer by layer. You can't, speed that up, okay? I want to see you on the Finance Friday. I hope that you will win. So what you got to do is hit that link down in the description. Make sure you're available. I want to see you as part of the group, and I'll see you next time on the video. Take care.